Hello friends, here we are again. So last week I gave you a quick tour of, or I showed you the day we moved to the Orange Bloom Homestead. Today I'm going to give you a tour of our orchards and the veggie garden. Now if you are part of Homegrown Portugal, our Facebook community, you already know these spaces. In case you don't, or you're not part of it, it will be an opportunity to see what we're doing, where we're doing it, okay? So I'm gonna just take you on a quick tour, and then I'm gonna pick, because we're in beginning of November, I'm gonna pick the rest of the tomatoes and things that are still hanging out there ready to be picked, because it's time to clean our beds and prepare them for next crops and for the winter. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so here we are on what we call the orchards 2. This is a small area where we have not so many trees, fruit trees, but here we have peaches, more peaches, we've got red apples, we have got yellow plums there, and then here we have these are the yellow apples. I can't remember. No, these are red and these are yellow. That's it. Then what else? We have here some a nectarine tree, and there another peach tree, and over there in the grass we have a mixture of almond trees, cherry trees, and nectarine trees. Okay, so this is a slow process with new trees. This is a Granny Smith tree, which I believe is gonna, so these guys, it's gonna take quite a while for it to give us any fruit. And this is the other apple tree. This is a new one as well. Okay. Now what we have tried to do, and I'm gonna walk as I walk toward our veggie patch. Now what we try to do here obviously is to plant fruit that we like and that we eat and that we usually buy, and very importantly, that grows well in Portugal, which is where we live. There's no point in us trying to plant mangoes here, although some say that it would work, but we're concentrating first on what we know works well on the land. Okay, there's a bit of, okay, here's better. It's windy today, it's quite cold. Now let's take a look at the veggie garden. Now this is our veggie garden. It's not looking very pretty at the moment because we are at the end of the season, and I need to we need to clear it and start preparing it. Hello baby, here's a little girl who wants to say hello. She wants to say hello. Who is our little princess? Yeah, she's very sad. She just lost her brother. And so are we. So, okay. So here we have, on the first row, we have sweet potatoes. In the summer, we had this row of, where I am right now, this part was full of tomatoes, as was most of our garden, I must say. Zucchini didn't go so well this year. I'm not sure why. And then we have here some red cabbage. We do have some tiny zucchini, trying to make a living there. We'll see, hopefully we'll be lucky. Now, what I'm gonna do in a minute is I am going to pick the rest of these tomatoes, which Look, have been hanging here for quite a bit. This is looking a bit sad, but I guess it's just the way it is. It's the end of the season, and well, new things will come. That's charred. This is a bed that needs to be cleaned. Kale. We love kale and we eat loads of it. But I'm gonna have to also pick them because caterpillars have taken over. I'm gonna pick the rest of these beauties, which are so super sweet. Hello, baby girl. Do you want one? No, I don't think she likes that. Okay. Now here I have already planted some on this bit. I have already planted some turnips. We're waiting for them to turn up. I'm gonna pick these guys today as well, red peppers. We've been waiting for them to go from green to red, and I think now is about the time. More tomatoes. And more tomatoes. Oh, and Mr. Blue is here. Enjoy a little bit of sunshine, Mr. Blue. Moody Blue. Ah. Okay, go say hello to your bro. Okay, and here we have, well, I need to do a bit of weeding. These little guys are radishes. Here, loads of mint. Some strawberry plants, which we're gonna have to wait for next year, of course. But we had a few juicy strawberries this year. These are our jewels of the garden. I'm gonna show you this. You're not gonna believe it. Isn't it, baby girl? She wants to show you, doesn't she? She wants to show. She's like, no, I want attention. Okay, so you see that? We have got lots of them. Avocados. Look at that beauty. Very nice. Yeah. Okay, so this is one part. Now I'm gonna go on the other side. So now let's go to the other side and I'll show you where the oranges are. That's why it's called the Orange Bloom Homestead. And I'll show you our improvised veggie patch number 2. Okay. We're prepping the rest of the guest house. I think James is here. Hello, my love.
Hi, darling.
I'm showing around our veggie patches and our orchards. And James is here prepping our guest house, which will be ready soon. We can't wait to show it to you, but it won't be now.
Well, why not? I think it's lovely.
No, it's not.
No, it's not the time.
Off I go. Hello, little girl. You seem to be everywhere. Come on, let's go do a tour. Beautiful day. Cold but beautiful. This is all of our wood that a lot of projects will be coming out of here, but I'm not going to show that either now. Okay, so this is it. So here we are, our orange grove, if we may call so. We go from under here so you can see a little bit better. We have got here, I think we have a total of about 60 to 70 citrus trees between oranges, tangerines, and lemons. So we're still waiting for oranges to come out. They're still at this stage. Can't wait, because we're running out of everything else. Our apples are almost finished, so we need new fruit because we try to buy as little as possible. So now let's walk to veggie patch number 2. Okay, those buildings there are not very pretty. They were here already. I think the people who owned this place years ago must have had animals for sure. I'm not sure if dogs, but anyway. So this is where we had to buy some soil, some compost, and make these 4 rows. So I don't know if you can see properly. Yes. Okay. We had to make these 4 rows to plant tomatoes. We had 40 tomato plants here, which between these and the ones on the other side gave us over 300 kilos of tomatoes. It was quite crazy. So we still have a pumpkin here. We only had 2 pumpkins this year. We have this guy, and there's that one sitting there. There he is. And this is it. So let me just show you. This is my favorite orange tree. Favorite because the oranges is just divine, super sweet. This is our pomegranate tree. We already harvested them. There's one little lost soul there. There it is, because it was very tiny. Then this is our walnut tree. Yesterday we just harvested, or rather collected from the floor, a few of the hazelnuts, sorry, not hazelnuts, walnuts that we had. And since we're here, this is where our little Yang is buried. May he rest in peace. So our tour is done. Not too much to see because we only have 5,000 square meters of land. Obviously not all planted, most planted, but not all. And this is a micro farm. I mean, we can't really call it a farm, but this is the place where we are doing our sustainable project. Our objective is to become, as much as possible, self-sufficient in terms of fruits and vegetables. Now I'm vegan, so for me that's easy. James is not. He's pescatarian because he's having still a little bit of difficulty not being hungry with vegan food, but I'm working on that. And that's it. So now I'm going to pick whatever is left of the tomatoes and the kale as well, before the caterpillars have them all. Okay, so surprise, surprise, I'm a little bit late. Can you see those little guys? These guys devour kale and cabbage in general very quickly. So I'm gonna have to go for another strategy here. I don't like it, but I'm gonna have to do it. Okay guys, so I've picked all of the tomatoes that were good enough to be picked. I picked the kale, some red peppers, But I must say, what I just did with the kale, which is to just cut it completely, makes me really upset. The reason why I did that, as you saw, was that it was completely taken over by caterpillars, which means that I haven't done a good job taking care of my greens. But that is because we had to place full attention on tomatoes, and they're only 24 hours in a day. But, well, we gotta persist. Patience, persistence, and perseverance is my motto. So I hope next season things will be better. I mean, luckily kale is strong, it grows well. The lot that we planted last year is still around and will be for quite some time. So this new lot that I just chopped will continue to grow. I'm not too worried about that, but means we won't have fresh kale for our salad. But hey, it's part of learning. So now I'm gonna go inside and blanch to freeze a lot of kale. It seems like everything is in loads in this place. But anyway, that's the way it is. And we complain every once in a while, but we love it because after all, it's just nature taking care of us, and we have to take care of it. Okay, so we will see you next time. Thank you so much. And if you haven't done so, join the community of home growers. It's called Homegrown Portugal, and I will leave a link in the comments below. Okay, thank you so much. Bye. Hello, baby girl.